Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? Risk takers! Welcome to the Kill Pete Strategy. I am Pete. I'm a top player in Risk, Global Domination. For daily release on YouTube, I do weekday streams on Twitch. And if you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to the channels and come along the ride with me. Here we are again in Classic Fixed, World Domination. Hey, we got Wenzel. Thank you for the prime, Wenzel. We're going in again. Going into the field of battle, Auto 60 with a beginner automated bot. Fixed cards, balance, splits, dice, alliances are on. Fog blizzards, portals are off, and I'm in the third seat. Again, playing as orange. So, spawning with a 6 in South Africa means I have to figure out a way to push out blue. At least I'm ahead of them in the turn order. I think we hit that too. Here's how we do it. No, we hit the 1. We move in so that he can go Hue and fort the 2 in. Magenta getting turn 1 bonus is fucking OP. I make it very clear what I'm doing, and I try my best not to block anyone. I don't want to hit your 5, but I will. So, you know, get the fuck out of here. How you doing, YT Traceable Ninja Peteman? I've been watching you all now, and I didn't have a chance to watch your stream. Glad to see you back from vacay. Thanks, man. Welcome to the stream. I started with 18 troops fortifiable into Africa. That's right. That's why I decided to make it an Africa spawn. I don't think taking Europe would have been good because yellow is still going to, depending on what yellow wants. Yeah, blue's not interested. Blue's like, I guess that 5 is sunk. But hopefully yellow wants to move into Europe. A stealth robot. Thank you very much for the gifted. Pretty stealth of you. Paying forward the gift they got from Confarts. There's a pay it forward thing there. That's neat. I love you guys. Do I have Africa by Toto on my playlist? It's true. Let's bless the rains. It's time, folks. Mash Kuyo. Hey, Pete, is there any big tournaments coming up for Risk? There's always tournaments. If you want to sign up, the sign-up link is friendsrisk.com/calendar. There's always like a ton of stuff going on. So check out this and you'll be able to see like what's going on, what's available for sign-up. That is especially neat because that's exactly what I was doing. Yeah, it's cool that it tells me. In the words of Cosmo Kramer, is this a new song? We will never hear anyone rhyme Kilimanjaro in a song again. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. It's too bad YouTube doesn't let you sing along because it's going to take me a lot. It's going to take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 Men or More could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. These lyrics make no sense. It's going to take some time to do the things we never had. What does that even mean? That, like the grammar is all fucked up. Try again. Try again, Toto. I bless you, Pete. Thanks, Trendy. Back at you. Pete, you can bless the rains down in my Africa. What does that even mean? And then the Bob Ross emo too. Suggestive Bob Ross. No, but it does sound great. Oh, for that was preemptive for my next sneeze. Have you guys noticed that dudes with Middle Eastern flags never fucking ally up? Is that just me? Dark Knight. I'm just not high enough to understand. I can accept that. Let's get really fucked up and listen to Africa by Toto. Okay, so Magenta's trying to get their stacks together. Lol. Papa Lord says, I feel kind of bad for beating Spud. I did on my account that didn't matter. He plays on his, I don't know if Spud's still listening in. He plays on his account like with his name visible. So, you know, just be careful if you're playing against someone in the community that you know they're live and you can see their screen, because like the game doesn't care that you use any means of external communication. The game just cares that you have it. So I'd be like, be very careful about that shit. There are never lines. There are never lines in the Middle East. Oh no, Dooku. Hey Pete, why do you think Spanish players always backstab people? I've never had that experience. I feel like that's a kilted thing. Actual noob. Is there any way to improve from expert, according to SMG ranking system, to like GM via a specific practice routine? No, because I think because there's so many different ways you can measure GM, right? So there's a lot of people, I bet you if you go through this chat, there's a lot of people who got GM first different ways. Like I got GM first on my phone playing classic progressive with animations on. So I was originally a classic prog GM mobile player, right? And there's some people who got started in classic fixed. I know a lot of classic fixed GMs around. A lot more these days, a lot more prog caps GMs, right? So there's a lot of different ways you can get it. So what I recommend is, rather than a specific practice routine, go through, find settings you like, and then iterate your skill at that. Hey Pete, why do players from Canada always win? Because we're great. Smack says, I'm on the road to GM on the meta settings. How close are you? Also, Blue made a solid homie play to get out of Africa. Master? Oh, he's almost there. My flag Bhutan on this account. I switched, when I stream, I switch shit up. I got to make it hard for people to find my lobby. Uncle Traveling Matty, how you doing tonight, sir? What makes the meta settings the meta settings? Okay, well, the strict definition of meta is the thing that people do, right? The meta is the thing that people do that they think is best. And because this is a dynamic system, when too many people think that a thing is best, then it shifts to the next thing. So the meta is always evolving. So Magenta wants me to let him consolidate into himself instead of maintaining an exterior. This is going to be a major problem for me because he's going to not let me hold a bonus. Magenta's giving me a lose-lose scenario, right? I can't get out of the war that he's going to cause us to be in. Do I go hunting, maybe? I go like hunting on the red kill, perhaps. See, he didn't ally up. He's extremely obviously telegraphing what he wants to do. So there's a couple of things I can do in response, right? I can block. I can stack here and let him connect and then push into North America. I think I'm going to do a bit of all. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to line up on the red kill from halfway across the world. I'm going to let Magenta move through me if he wants to move through me. And if he steps out, then he opens a 27. So like we still have mutually assured destruction, but my hope at least is that he does this. He accepts. Okay. So he just wants to move through me? Interesting. Let's see what you do about that. How you doing, Short Kingler? Hey, Pete, any chance you can play some chess at some point during the stream? I find that the chat really distracts. Sure, I'll play a game after this, but I find the chat really distracts me. I've finally noticed a bit of improvement, though. Finally noticed a bit of improvement. I'm starting to see more patterns than before. But I'm not pretending to say I'm any good, so don't misunderstand that. Feel bad for Blue. I love when you play chess. Happy you're getting better. Oh, thanks, man. Arkin, what's good, bro? What chess format? Oh, I don't know. Current chess rating, I think I'm like in the low 800s. But I was struggling to hit 800 for weeks and weeks and weeks, so it is my tiny accomplishment. Hans Max says, I have a hard time playing Classic because 99% of players that join my Classic lobbies are novice beginner. I usually get my SAC student fed. That's just my experience. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about it, Evil Eye. Unfortunately for Black, he was a loyal ally. Unfortunately for Black. But it really just seems like the best thing to do. If no one's going to advance the game state... Oh, I'm not betrayed. Cool. Okay. Crescent says that not getting sued is a learnable skill. I feel like someone posted on the Risk subreddit yesterday about this. Let's see if I can find the post. I'm actually curious to hear what you guys think about it. Ah, poor Blue. Sorry, buddy. I have enough juice to take out red as well. Yeah, I do. Okay, well, that wasn't so bad. Oh, man! Do I do it straight? Or do I joker? I joker. I need the max cards. Okay, so yellow's a bot. No, set on 4. That's rough. Okay. All right, so the post was this. You don't have to... The post is, under settings, there is surrender option. And the post is, you don't have to suicide into someone as you leave the game when you get tired of playing. Just surrender and let the other players enjoy the finish. And my response to this was, I strongly advocate players suicide their troops before surrendering. It definitely sucks to be on the receiving end of it, but it very rarely happens for no reason. And when it does, I take it as a lesson. And the gentleman brings up a point later on. He says, I understand revenge, but when a player is losing because of their own failed strategy, suiciding kind of ruins the game for everyone who is playing well. It's just another random factor, I guess. And my response to that is, what if avoiding being suicided into is part of playing well. So I think a lot of people have a perspective on the game when they're learning it that I have a strategy, I have an objectively correct strategy, and if I execute that objectively correct strategy and my opponents lose because of it, they should magically respect the fact that I have an objectively correct strategy. Whereas this is like this is basically just the left hemisphere way of thinking about it, right? It's like not taking into account anything having to do with your opponent's psychology or your opponent's personhood or any of that mattering. Perhaps they don't want to lose the game, and perhaps there are things they can do to make them not lose the game, right? So I feel at least like I have a good relationship with Magenta. I'm going to say to Magenta to hit me. So I want him to feel like he's getting some value for feeding me that bot kill. But things are going well. Yeah, Creston says, if it got you sued, it's not the correct play. Right. So perhaps we could allow more community members a theory to expand their understanding of strategy into the theory of mind of their opponents. And consider that. So this is an interesting play because Magenta isn't stacking external. So what? He's expecting me to pincer purple? So now we're in a 3-player scenario. Me and Magenta at least have worked together. Devard says, eat your yellow and finish your plate. Yum, yum, yum. Sure did. Years ago now, Mr. Slyn said to me, or not said to me, but said to his viewers, he was like, sure, it's possible that you got suicided into randomly, but it's far more likely that you did something, right? People very rarely act randomly. And just because you don't know what the reason is, it doesn't mean there isn't a reason. Kyle says, I played with Mr. Slyn with you on Classic Fix and he sued me. The only interaction I ever had with him. Yeah, but what did you do? You hated him for it? Yes, Kyle, but what did you do? What did you do to get yourself sued? You can't sit here like you're all innocent and shit as if Kyle didn't fucking bring it on to himself. Come on. We'd have to go watch a 4-year-old video. K. Mary says, I feel like in today's gameplay, the person who takes the initiative is usually the one who's punished. Do you believe this to be accurate? No, not always. Sometimes, yes, but not always. And if so, what ways? Anyways, how we can encourage progressing the game without being punished. So that's the show, right? I try and show you guys all sorts of different methodologies for progressing the game state without losing. I really feel like that is the key lesson. If there is a overall philosophy of my show these days, it is how do I progress the game state? All right, we're in the same situation as last game. Okay. I mean, let's see if he follows up, right? Let's see if he follows up. Activate your stack of bood. Curlsy boy. Pink also has no active troops. I know. Oh, no, but at least, but he's loyal, right? This is what I'm talking about. Loyalty, baby. Brony says, this weekend I'm cutting down 2 trees, not that thick, but not small. Any advice so I don't hurt too bad? Did you do any of that when you worked on hurt what? Yourself? Or the trees? Or I have lots of advice on taking down a tree. Oh? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's going to break both of us, right? Yes. Well. Oh my God. No! Oh! Fiddle DD! I was so close. Fiddle DD. That was fucking close, man. I need the dice from last game. I know. It wasn't meant to be. The game says you lose. They were hot. They just weren't hot enough. Well, if it was anyone, I'm glad it was you, Abood. I take it all back about not allying up. Well played, sir. Why would you leave your sack locked? My friend, why would you leave your stack locked? Is he giving me the dubs? He's just giving me the dubs. He's like, you can have it. I didn't want this win anyways. Yeah, win is in play now. Absolutely. Got to move that 31 out, sir. Activate your troops. Oh, break Asia first, dude. It's a +7. What are you doing? Asia hold. Oh, no. Lol. Pete, I thought you said Asia never holds. It shouldn't. If your opponent's Pink is a paid actor. I don't know what he's doing, but he's he's letting me win this game now, I guess. Blunder or too loyal? Oh, beyond a blunder. He had the win. This is beyond a blunder. This is a full game throw. Right? He won this game. All he needed to do was have his stack not be locked and attack me and break all my shit. Pink wants a challenge? He's got more than a challenge. Put the stack out. Oh my lord. Is Pink bad? Yes. He's a newer player. He's either a newer player or he's watching and he's favorably, like, he just wants us to win. Moves it out. Good. Move it out. Anywhere is good, as long as it's out. That's worse because I have 11 trips to hit it with, but it was at least the right idea. He throws me the devil face. Bro. Bro. What do you want from me, man? At least they have decent democracy. This guy definitely knows how to work. He knows how to work the alliances. He was loyal. He was way better than the last guy. Well played, man. Yeah, back at you. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. He wants a forever stalemate as friends. Let's see. Anyone in this game was an intermediate? He was probably an intermediate. Beginner. Purple was a master. Wow. Okay. I'm glad I took you out when I did that, Dark Knight DN. And I feel bad for Blue because Blue played it really well. If you do see this, Blue, I apologize, but it seemed like the right thing to do at a time. Yeah. Abood would like to be friends. Normally, I would say happily, but don't tend to friend random ranked accounts. But GG, thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you found some of it fun and entertaining, maybe even a little bit educational and informative. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to the channels and come along the ride with me. I have a daily show on YouTube. I do weekday streams on Twitch for all of you on the path to world domination. Good games and good luck.